It is now with the utmost respect that I introduce the founder of the feast tonight, Mrs. Lucy Stone.
Colonel Higginson must not give me credit which does not belong to me. The idea of this tea party did not originate with me. An old gentleman in Maine suggested it to our constant friend and co-worker, Margaret W. Campbell, and she to me. And I said, I think it is a capital idea, and we will do it. The tea party held here 100 years ago was very different than this. And here are the same walls and the same roof, but there is no tramp of armed men, no such eager agitation. Yet the principle involved, which made that tea party so worthy of celebration, hangs unsettled in the scale today. If we can make it keenly felt and clearly understood here and now that the taxation of women without representation is as great an injustice as was that done to the men of olden time, this day will be worthy to be held in grateful remembrance by our children's children. How can we do it? Men, look at us and say, you all seem so contented and comfortable. The government protects you, and you should bear your part in the cost of that protection. The government of Great Britain said just the same to the men of olden time. We protect you, and you must pay for that protection. The women of the olden time surrendered their tea to help in this great struggle. The wrong done to men 100 years ago by the government of England bears no comparison to the injustice and the wrong done to women by the government of this country today. We are taxed and we have no representation. Great Britain never dared do to the colonies what Massachusetts does to the women of this state today. Such unspeakable humiliation the government of England never dreamed of imposing upon any man. Why should one sane, grown person ask another what he may do with his own? No wife here has any legal right to or control of her young children. If the government of Great Britain had ventured to interfere between any father and his legal right to his child, a voice from people from peer to throne would have rung in his ears, atone! We have no jury trial by our peers. By the statutes of this state, the same crime is punished with a different and a heavier penalty when it is committed by a woman than when it is committed by a man. Oh, men. Oh, men of Massachusetts, how can we make you know that the injustice and the wrong you are today doing to the women is greater than that which your fathers resisted, and that it is calling for as loudly a repeal? What more can we do? We have petitioned, we have remonstrated, and we have been spurned with contempt from the State House on yonder hill. We have sent lecturers, we have held conventions, we have scattered tracts by the thousands. What more can we do? If I had my way, I would bring the 34,000 tax-paying women of Massachusetts who pay 1/10 of the entire state tax, the larger army of women as well, who though may not be directly taxed, they have life and liberty to protect, and they should form a long procession, and I would place them at the door of Faneuil Hall. Then I would summon the men from Barnstable to Berkshire, and in single file they should march under the eyes of these women whom they tax without representation, to whom they give no jury trial of their peers, whom they claim the right to imprison, fine, and hang, while they allow them no voice in the law may work such terrible results. The women of the olden time threw away the tea. Sisters, who of you will join me in a pledge that when the 4th of July in 1876 comes, we will take no part in its centennial celebration? In that day, we will fasten our doors, draw down our curtains, and close our shutters. A few of the older women in every city and village clad in black should stand in groups on the most prominent thoroughfares. They should hold black banners inscribed in blood-red letters. We are taxed, and we have no representation. We are governed without our consent. We are suffering at the hands of a government by the same injustice Great Britain inflicted upon the men of 1776. And a great deal worse and more besides. Go toll the bells.
Thus ended a most inspiring and significant evening filled with these speeches and poetry and foot stomping and song.